One lawmaker hoping to give everyone one more day off a week, a 4-day work week. Early studies on a 32-hour 4-day work week have shown some success. 33 companies recently tested it out as part of a 6-month trial. Not a single one is planning to switch back. So that's some pretty good data there. Joining us this morning, Soojung-Kim Pang, author of the book Work Less, Do More, Designing the 4-Day Work Week, and Global Programs Director of 4-Day Week Global. Great to see you this morning, Alex. Thank you for being here. So what are the benefits? People have attempted to do this before, 32-hour work week, 4 days. What do you like about it?
So what we're seeing now is that the 4-day week or 32-hour week is something that can work not just for workers or individuals, but it can also work well for companies. We're seeing companies embracing this without cutting productivity, without sacrificing revenues, and seeing improvements in things like recruitment and retention, work-life balance, and I think longer term sustainability. So that's those are the important conclusions from the report you mentioned and the more recent UK study of more than 60 companies that went through a 4-day week.
And what are some of the long-term implications of it? What are some of the good things that we're seeing? I mean, this was a shorter trial. It's been tried in Iceland. It's been tried in the United Arab Emirates. They have a little bit more data. What are the results?
So, what we're seeing from places that have been doing it for several years is that, first of all, the benefits aren't just like a sugar rush. They're good for a few months and then they disappear. But what we're seeing is people talking about being able to do things like start families while staying in high pressure jobs without without having to make the kinds of trade-offs between those that are so familiar for so many of us. I think it's also the case that over the long run, we're seeing careers becoming more sustainable. We have some evidence that there is lower spending on things like energy bills or utilities, which suggests that maybe this is a way of helping companies become more environmentally sustainable or greener as well. The last thing I'll say is people sleep an average of 1 hour longer per night, which in the long run can have, big benefits for health and wellness and absence of chronic diseases and all kinds of good things.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of benefits. I mean, endless benefits. So why hasn't it happened more broadly? And we keep seeing it being discussed, yet it's just not commonplace.
Well, I think, Marni, that in a sense, the 4-day week is already here. Studies tell us that the average knowledge worker loses 2 to 3 hours of productive time every day to overly long meetings, to technology distractions, to that one quick question that turns into a 10-minute side conversation. And so if you can get a handle on those things, then it turns out you can go a long way to doing in 4 days what it currently takes 5. And then I think you also have some professions where, overwork is like a badge of honor. We've always done it this way. And, and a few cases in which it genuinely really is difficult to change up the work week because of external factors or, if you're commuting to work by helicopter, you're working on an oil rig or something, then probably pretty difficult to move to a 4-day week. But one of the striking things we've seen is that we've seen this happen not just in creative companies, but professional service firms like law firms where every minute counts, billable hours reign supreme, in law firms. And in care homes where, you need people 24 hours a day. So a surprising number of companies in a wider range of industries are able to make this work and see, see the benefits for everyone.
Right. There are some sectors and professions where this would work better. Do you expect if this continues to get discussed and gain some traction that we'll get more pushback from companies who worry about productivity?
I think it's possible. I think, however, the good news is that we're seeing plenty of data and more coming in every day that show that companies, if they design this well, do not have to or expect to see a hit on revenues and see lots of indirect benefits in terms of lower spending on recruitment and job advertisements and less disruption in just their everyday work.
And it's about that thing ultimately in that we call work-life balance, right? Striking the right chord because we're healthier for it if we are able to achieve it. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.